I did not begin that day as a victim. I began it as a traveler. I had somewhere to go. I had plans. I had responsibilities. I had people who expected me. I had someone waiting for me in Jericho. I had someone who expected me to return. Someone loved me enough to wonder where I was when I did not come home. I had walked that road before. Everyone knew the road from Jerusalem to Jericho could be dangerous, but people still had to travel it. Life does not always allow you to avoid dangerous roads. I thought I could make it. I thought I would be careful. I thought I would arrive. But somewhere along the way, everything changed. The thieves came. I did not invite them. I did not ask them for what happened. I did not wake up that morning planning to be attacked. But evil doesn't always ask permission before it enters your life. They surrounded me. They overpowered me. They stripped me. They wounded me. They took what I had. They took what they wanted. They did not care what it cost me. They did not care whether I lived. They did not care who would miss me. They did not care what my family would feel when I did not come home. They came close enough to hurt me. Then they left. That may have been the hardest part. They left me, stripped, wounded, bleeding, half dead, alone. There is pain in being hurt, yet there's another pain in being left after the hurt. I could not get up. I could not bind my own wounds. I could not walk myself to safety. I could not stop the bleeding. I could not undo what had been done. I could not make myself whole. All I could do was lie there. I listened. I waited. I hoped. Then I heard footsteps. Hope rose in me. Someone was coming. Maybe they would see me. Maybe they would stop. Maybe help was on the way. It was a priest. Surely he would stop. Surely a man who served God would see a wounded man. Surely a man would know the law and would remember mercy. He saw me. I know he saw me. But he moved to the other side. He passed by. He left. I do not know what he thought. Maybe I looked too far gone. Maybe I looked too costly. Maybe I looked too dangerous. Maybe I looked too messy. Maybe I looked like an interruption. But I know what I felt. I felt unseen, even though he saw me. I felt unheard, even though my need was crying out. I felt like my wounds were not worth his time. Then I heard footsteps again. A Levite came. He came closer. He looked. For a moment, I thought this would be different. He came near enough to know, near enough to understand, near enough to see the blood, near enough to see the bruises, near enough to know I could not help myself. But he left too. He came close enough to inspect me, but not close enough to help me. He looked at my wounds and then he walked away. That kind of leaving does something to a wounded man. You begin to wonder if anyone will stop. You begin to wonder if your condition is too much. You begin to wonder if your story is too shameful. You begin to wonder if your need is too expensive. You begin to wonder if help is really coming. You begin to wonder if you're even worth saving. I could not plead my case. I could not explain myself. I could not prove I deserved help. I could not offer payment. I could not promise repayment. I could not even clean myself up so I would be maybe easier to love. I was simply there, in need, in pain, half dead. Then another traveler came. When I saw who he was, I did not know what to think. After all, he was a Samaritan. If there was anyone I did not expect to stop, it was him. Our people did not love his people. His people did not love our people. History stood between us. Religion stood between us. Culture stood between us. Old wounds stood between us. But he came where I was. He did not ask whether I was one of his people. He did not wait for me to crawl to him. He didn't shout advice to me from the other side of the road. He did not ask how I got there before he helped me. He did not ask whether I could repay him. He just came. He came where I was. He saw me, but he did more than see me. He had compassion on me. Then he came close enough to touch what the others avoided. He bound my wounds. He poured in oil and wine. His hands touched the places where I hurt. His strength did what mine could not do. Then he lifted me when I could not lift myself. He set me on his own donkey. He gave me his place. He brought me to an inn. Then he stayed. He cared. He paid. He spoke to the host about me. He said, "Take care of him." And before he left, he made a promise. "Whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee." I was not abandoned anymore. I was not lying in the road anymore. I was not unseen anymore. I was not without help anymore. Mercy had come where I was. I wonder what my family thought when I did not come home. I wonder if they feared I was dead. I wonder if they searched the road in their minds 100 times. I wonder what it felt like when I finally returned. Not whole yet, not without scars, not without memory. But I was alive. Mercy carried me. Compassion covered me. I was restored by the help of one who came close. If you ask me what mercy feels like, oh, I can tell you. Mercy feels like being seen when others looked away. Mercy feels like being touched where shame told you no one would come near. Mercy feels like being lifted when you have no strength left. Mercy feels like someone saying, "Take care of him," when everyone else left you behind. Mercy feels like help arriving from the person you least expected. Mercy feels like not being left in the ditch. And if you ask me, that's what I needed the most that day. I did not need someone to explain the road to me. I did not need someone to discuss crime statistics and rates with me. I did not need someone to debate whether I should have traveled alone. I did not need someone to ask me whether I deserved my wounds. I needed someone to come to where I was. I needed someone to see me. I needed someone to hear my silence. I needed someone to understand I could not save myself. I needed someone to care. I needed someone to do something. And that's what the Samaritan did. And that is what Christ had done for me. Before I was ever called to be the next Samaritan, I was the man in the ditch. Sin stripped me. Sin wounded me. Sin left me helpless. Religion could see me but it could not save me. The law could diagnose me, but it couldn't heal me. My own strength could not lift me. My goodness could not pay my debt, but Jesus came where I was. He came into my world. He came to my flesh. He came to my pain. He came to my wounds. He came to the cross. He was wounded for my transgressions. He was bruised for my iniquities. He paid what I could not pay. He rose again. He still saves wounded sinners. So, if you're in the ditch tonight, you're not invisible to God. If sin has stripped you, Christ can cover you. If shame has silenced you, Christ can hear you. If addiction has wounded you, Christ can save you. If others have passed you by, Christ has not passed you by. Mercy has come where you are, and His name is Jesus.